Wait. Alex, why does my English disappear whenever an interviewer asks me, "What do you think?"
Does your English really disappear? Or does nervousness block the English you already know?
Before the interview, I have 3 excellent answers. Inside the interview, my brain gives me one sentence. Yes, I am very hardworking.
Only that?
Sometimes I add, and friendly. Then my brain closes the office and goes home.
So the interviewer is waiting while your brain holds an emergency meeting.
Exactly. The translation department says, "Wait, translate everything first." The grammar department says, "Stop, check the tense." The vocabulary department says, "Use a more advanced word." And the fear department says, "Maybe silence is safer."
If that happens to you, listen carefully. You are not unintelligent. You are not necessarily unprepared. And your English has not disappeared. Your mind may simply be trying to manage too many things at the same time.
That is important, because many learners leave an interview thinking, "I am terrible at English."
But the real problem may not be your knowledge. It may be access. You know the answer, but nervousness makes it difficult to reach the words quickly.
So, what are we going to change today?
By the end of this episode, you will know how to begin answering within 3 seconds. Organize your ideas clearly, recover after a mistake, and continue even when you forget a word.
And we are not only going to explain these methods, you are going to practice with us.
Let us begin right now. Imagine an interviewer asks, "What is one of your strengths?" Do not create a perfect answer. Begin with this phrase, "One of my strengths is," now complete it aloud.
Maybe you said, "One of my strengths is staying calm when work becomes busy." That is already a real answer.
Remember this, confidence is not having a perfect answer. Confidence is knowing how to begin.
Welcome to Speak English with Podcast. I am Ava.
And I am Alex.
Today, we are going to stop freezing
And start answering with confidence.
Alex, what actually happens when someone freezes in an interview?
The mind often becomes overloaded. Overloaded means it is trying to manage too many things at once. Imagine the interviewer asks, "Why do you want this job?" A simple answer might be, "I want this job because the position matches my experience and I would like to grow with the company."
But an overthinking mind does not accept the simple answer. It starts asking, should I say want or would like? Is matches the correct verb? Do I sound professional? Was my pronunciation clear? Why is the interviewer looking at me like that?
And while you are checking all of those things, the interviewer is still waiting.
Then I notice that the interviewer is waiting. That makes me more nervous. Then I become nervous because I am nervous.
Overthinking creates another job for itself.
A full-time position with no holidays.
The common misunderstanding is this. Learners think, my mind is blank because I do not know enough English. But sometimes your mind is not blank. It is simply too crowded.
So the goal is not to remove every nervous feeling.
No, it is normal to feel nervous during an important interview. The goal is to communicate while nervousness is still present.
That feels more realistic.
It is. You do not need to become a different person. You need a simple system that helps you find your first sentence.
And once the first sentence comes, the second one often becomes easier.
Exactly. Your English does not disappear in an interview. Fear temporarily blocks the door. Our first method will help you open that door.
The method is called the 3-second interview start.
When you hear a familiar interview question, begin your answer within approximately 3 seconds. You do not need to finish the answer in 3 seconds. You only need to begin.
Why does beginning quickly help?
Because long silence gives fear more time to grow. A short, natural opening creates momentum. Use phrases such as, "That is a good question." I would say, "The main reason is," from my experience. One example would be, "I am still improving, but," Let me think for a moment.
Is it acceptable to say, "Let me think for a moment"?
Yes, a short thinking phrase is better than panicking silently. It shows that you are considering the question.
Let us practice. Question 1. Why do you want this job? 1, 2, 3, begin.
A simple answer could be, the main reason is that this role matches my customer service experience. I also believe it would help me develop professionally.
Question 2. What is one of your strengths? 1, 2, 3, begin.
You might say, one of my strengths is communication. I listen carefully and try to explain information clearly.
Question 3. Why should we hire you? 1, 2, 3, begin.
A possible answer is, I would say my experience, reliability, and willingness to learn would allow me to contribute to the team.
These answers are not extremely advanced.
They do not need to be. The first sentence does not need to impress the interviewer. It only needs to open the conversation.
Sometimes learners begin successfully, but then become lost inside a very long answer.
That happens when they try to include every possible detail in one sentence.
For example, the interviewer says, "Tell me about yourself." And I say, "My name is Ava, and I studied business, and when I was a child, I enjoyed reading. And my aunt also works in business, and I like cooking, especially pasta. And yesterday..."
Ava.
Yes?
The interviewer asked for an introduction, not your complete autobiography.
So I should not explain what I ate yesterday?
Probably not, unless the job is testing your breakfast management skills.
Understood.
Use the one idea, one breath method. Say one clear idea. Breathe naturally, then add the next idea. Instead of one enormous sentence, say, "My name is Ava. I have 2 years of customer service experience. I enjoy helping customers and solving problems. I am interested in this position because I want to grow in a professional team."
Each sentence has one main purpose.
Yes, short, organized sentences often sound more confident than one complicated sentence full of corrections.
Let us practice. Complete these 4 sentences. My name is... At the moment, I am... I have experience in... I am interested in this position because...
Excellent. Do not judge the answer yet. First, create the structure. Then, improve the details.
We need a reliable formula for "Tell me about yourself."
Use the now, past, strength, future method.
Let us explain each part.
Now, what are you currently doing?
Past. What relevant experience or education do you have?
Strength. What useful quality can you offer?
Future. Why are you interested in this opportunity?
Here is an example for someone with work experience. I currently work in customer support. I have 3 years of experience assisting customers by phone and email. One of my main strengths is staying calm when problems become difficult. I'm interested in this opportunity because I would like to take on more responsibility and develop my professional skills.
That sounds clear and connected to the job.
Exactly. Now, an example for a recent graduate. I recently completed a degree in business administration. During my studies, I worked on several team projects and completed an internship in an office environment. I am organized, dependable, and comfortable learning new systems. I'm interested in this position because it would allow me to begin my career and contribute to a professional team.
What about someone changing careers?
They could say, I currently work in retail, but I am preparing to move into office administration. My retail experience taught me how to communicate with different people, manage busy situations, and solve problems quickly. I believe those skills are useful in an administrative role. I am interested in this position because I want to build a long-term career in this field.
And someone with limited work experience?
They should not invent experience. They can use education, volunteering, personal projects, family responsibilities, or community work. For example, I am at the beginning of my professional career. I have developed useful skills through my studies and volunteer work, including teamwork, organization, and communication. I learn quickly and take responsibility seriously. I am interested in this opportunity because I want to gain experience and prove that I can contribute.
The answer is honest without sounding weak.
Yes. The interviewer does not need your most advanced English. The interviewer needs your clearest truth.
Let us build your answer. Say one sentence for now, one sentence for past, one sentence for strength, and one sentence for future.
Good. Practice that answer, but do not memorize it like a robot. Remember the 4 ideas, not every exact word.
Question 1. Why do you want this job? What is the interviewer trying to learn here?
They want to know whether you understand the role and whether your interest is genuine. A weak answer is, because I need money.
That may be honest, but almost everyone needs money.
A stronger B1 answer is, I'm interested in this job because it matches my experience in customer service. I also like that the company provides opportunities to learn and take on more responsibility.
The answer connects the candidate, the role, and the future. Question 2. What are your strengths?
Choose 1 or 2 strengths that are relevant to the job. Do not only name them. Give a short explanation.
Weak answer. I am hardworking, honest, friendly, intelligent, professional, perfect, amazing, and probably the future manager.
Confident, but slightly dangerous.
A better answer. One of my strengths is reliability. When I receive a task, I organize my time and make sure I complete it properly. I am also comfortable asking questions when I need clarification.
That sounds believable because it includes behavior. Question 3. What is one weakness you are improving?
Many people say, my weakness is that I work too hard.
Interviewers hear that answer very often. Choose a real but manageable weakness. Then explain what you are doing to improve it.
For example, sometimes I spend too much time checking small details. I am improving by setting clearer time limits and deciding which tasks need the most attention.
That answer shows honesty and action. Another example. I used to feel uncomfortable speaking in large meetings. I have been improving by preparing my main points in advance and volunteering to give short updates. Question 4. Why should we hire you?
This question sounds frightening.
It becomes easier when you use 3 parts: relevant experience, useful strength, positive contribution.
For example, you should consider hiring me because I have experience working directly with customers. I stay calm under pressure, and I am willing to learn your systems. I believe I could support the team and provide a positive experience for customers.
Do not say you are better than every other candidate. Explain what you can offer. Question 5. Where do you see yourself in the future?
Do I need to describe the next 20 years?
No. Show that you want to grow realistically. You could say, in the next few years, I hope to become more experienced in this field, take on greater responsibility, and continue developing my communication and technical skills.
Now choose one of these questions and answer it aloud. Use 1 clear opening, 2 supporting ideas, and a short ending.
Some questions ask you to describe a real situation. For example, tell me about a difficult customer. Describe a problem you solved. Tell me about a time you worked under pressure.
This is where my answers sometimes become confusing. I begin with the problem, jump to the result, return to the beginning, introduce 4 new people, and forget the question.
Use the starlight method.
SES means situation. What was happening?
T means task. What did you need to do?
A means action. What steps did you take?
R means result. What happened in the end?
And light means what you learned from the experience.
Here is an example.
Situation. A customer received the wrong order and was very upset.
Task. I needed to understand the problem and find a quick solution.
Action. I listened carefully, apologized, checked the order details, and arranged a replacement.
Result. The customer received the correct product the next day and thanked us for responding quickly.
Learning. I learned that staying calm and listening carefully can prevent a difficult situation from becoming worse.
That answer is organized, relevant, and easy to follow.
What if someone has never had a formal job?
They can use an example from school, volunteering, a group project, family responsibility, community work, or a personal project. The experience should show a useful skill.
Think of one problem you solved. Complete these prompts. The situation was... My responsibility was... I decided to... The result was... What I learned was...
Excellent. You now have the beginning of a starlight answer.
Forgetting a word. What should I do if an important word disappears?
Do not stop the whole answer. Explain the meaning using easier English. Use, I do not know the exact word, but what I mean is, it is something used for. Let me explain it another way. The main idea is,
Can you give me an example?
imagine I forget the word photocopier. I could say, it is the office machine that makes another paper from your paper.
Another paper from your paper?
Not elegant, but understandable.
And then the interviewer may help by saying, Do you mean the photocopier?
Exactly. A missing word is a small obstacle, not the end of your answer. Making a grammar mistake.
What if I say, I work there for 2 years, and then notice the mistake?
You have 3 choices. Correct and continue. Sorry, I worked there for 2 years. Restart. Let me say that again. I worked there for 2 years. Or leave a very small mistake when the meaning is already clear.
So I do not need to repair every tiny article or preposition.
You have 3 choices. Correct and continue. Sorry, I worked there for 2 years. Restart. Let me say that again. I worked there for 2 years. Or leave a very small mistake when the meaning is already clear.
So I do not need to repair every tiny article or preposition.
Not during every sentence. One wrong verb does not require the grammar ambulance.
And if I do not understand?
Ask for clarification professionally. Could you please repeat the question? Could you explain what you mean by that? Would you like an example from my previous experience? May I take a moment to think?
That sounds much better than pretending to understand.
Yes, clarification is a professional communication skill. Voice and body language.
What should viewers remember physically?
Sit comfortably and upright. Breathe before answering. Use natural eye contact. Speak slightly slower than you normally do when nervous. Keep your hands relaxed. Listen to the full question, and do not rush to fill every second of silence.
A short thinking moment is acceptable.
Yes, calm silence can look thoughtful. Panicked silence feels different. Let us combine everything in a realistic interview. I will be the interviewer.
And I will try not to send my brain into another emergency meeting.
Ready?
Ready. Greeting. Ready. Greeting.
Good morning, Ava. Thank you for coming today.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me. It is nice to meet you. Tell me about yourself.
Could you tell me about yourself?
At the moment, I work in a busy retail store. I have 2 years of experience helping customers, handling payments, and solving everyday problems. One of my strengths is staying calm when the store becomes busy. I am interested in this position because I would like to use my customer service skills in a more professional office environment.
Clear and relevant. You used now, past, strength, and future. Why do you want this position? Why are you interested in this position?
The main reason is that the role matches my experience in customer service and organization. I also read that your company provides training for new employees. I am looking for a position where I can contribute and continue learning.
What is one of your main strengths?
One of my strengths is patience. For example, when a customer is upset, I listen before offering a solution. This usually helps the conversation become calmer and more productive.
What is one weakness you are currently improving?
Sometimes I become too focused on small details. In the past, this could make me slower. I am improving by setting time limits and checking which details are most important for the final result. Sometimes I become too focused on small details. In the past, this could make me slower. I am improving by setting time limits and checking which details are most important for the final result.
Honest and manageable. Difficult situation. Tell me about a difficult situation you handled.
Certainly. A customer once received the wrong item during a very busy weekend. My responsibility was to understand the problem and correct it quickly. I listened to the customer, apologized, checked the receipt, and arranged for the correct item to be delivered. The customer received it the following day and later sent a positive message to the store. I learned that a calm response and clear communication can protect the customer relationship.
That was a strong starlight answer. A mistake and recovery. How long did you work at your previous company?
I worked there for... Sorry, let me correct that. I worked there for 2 years. During that time, I learned how to manage busy periods and communicate with different types of customers.
Excellent recovery. You corrected the tense and continued without turning the mistake into a crisis. Forgotten word. Which office equipment have you used?
I have used computers, printers, scanners, and the machine that makes copies of documents.
The photocopier?
Yes, the photocopier. Thank you.
You did not stop. You explained the word. Why should we hire you? Why should we hire you?
I would say my customer service experience, reliability, and willingness to learn make me a strong candidate. I am comfortable working with people. I take responsibility seriously, and I believe I could support the team while continuing to develop my skills. Candidates question.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, thank you. What would success look like during the first 3 months in this position?
That is an excellent question. It shows that you are already thinking about performance and expectations.
So the interview is not only about answering, it is also an opportunity to understand the role.
Exactly.
It is time for the rapid challenge. Begin every answer within 3 seconds.
Question 1. Tell me about yourself. 1, 2, 3.
Question 2. Why do you want this job? 1, 2, 3.
Question 3. What is one of your strengths? 1, 2, 3.
Question 4. Describe a problem you solved. 1, 2, 3. Day 4. Create one starlight story about a problem, project, responsibility, or difficult situation. Day 5. Practice repair and clarification phrases. Let me say that again. Could you please repeat the question? What I mean is... Day 6. Record a complete mock interview without stopping after mistakes. Day 7. Listen to the recording. Improve 3 answers. Then, record the interview again.
Question 5. Why should we hire you? 1, 2, 3.
Do not copy our answers word for word. Use the structures and connect them to your real experience.
Honest, personal answers are stronger than memorized performances.
Here is your 7-day practice plan. Each day requires only 5 to 15 minutes.
Day 1. Prepare a 30-second introduction using now, past, strength, and future.
Day 2. Practice the 3-second start with 5 interview questions.
Day 3. Prepare 1 strength answer and 1 honest weakness answer.
Day 4. Create 1 starlight story about a problem, project, responsibility, or difficult situation.
Day 5. Practice repair and clarification phrases. Let me say that again. Could you please repeat the question? What I mean is...
Day 6. Record a complete mock interview without stopping after mistakes.
Day 7. Listen to the recording. Improve 3 answers. Then, record the interview again.
Measure progress by asking, did I begin faster? Were my ideas clearer? Did I recover after mistakes? Did I translate less? Did I sound calmer?
Do not measure yourself only by accent or perfect grammar. Progress also means becoming more organized, flexible, and courageous.
Guided confidence practice. Repeat after us. I do not need a perfect first sentence.
I only need a clear beginning.
I can take a moment to think.
I can correct a mistake and begin to.
I can explain an idea when I forget a word.
My experience has value.
My English can communicate my strengths.
And finally, I can answer with confidence.
Today, you learned that freezing does not always mean your English is weak. Sometimes your mind is simply overloaded.
You learned to begin within 3 seconds. Organize your introduction with now, past, strength, future, and explain experiences with starlight.
You also learned how to correct mistakes, explain missing words, and ask for clarification without losing confidence.
Your action for today is simple. Record 1 answer to this question. Tell me about yourself. Do not wait until it feels perfect. Record it, listen, improve 1 part, and try again.
Complete this sentence in the comments. In my next interview, I will answer with confidence by...
Subscribe to Speak English with Podcast for more real English conversations, B1 listening practice, workplace English, interview preparation, and confidence-building lessons with Ava and Alex.
Your next interview does not require a perfect version of you.
It requires an honest, prepared, and courageous version of you.
You already have English inside your mind.
Now train yourself to use it when it matters.
I am Ava.
And I am Alex.
See you in the next episode of Speak English with Podcast.